the magical thing about kids is that every single one is different, and your kid is not the same as anyone else's kid, which means that your parenting style doesn't have to be the same as anyone else's parenting style, and that's okay. I found that to be really liberating, and that to know that I don't have to be the world's greatest dad, because there's only one greatest dad mug in the world, and I don't own that mug at the moment. But I just have to be the best parent possible for my kids in this moment, and I'm really well placed to do that. God has put me here to care for this life, to care for this soul that is developing and changing and becoming something new every day, every week. Both our kids, we have a boy and a girl. One, she'll be into dancing one week, she'll be into singing the next week, and she'll be into Duplo the next week, and you just you roll with that, and you just trust that God will give you what is required for that moment in life. And so last night she woke up with a nightmare, and I was the person who was there for her, and I didn't know what she was saying, I couldn't work it out, but we had a hug, and we sang one of her God songs that she likes. We sang Wonderful Lord, Wonderful God by Doug Hawley, and she went back to sleep. I was just the person that was there, and I may not have handled it the best thing. Some psychologists would probably tell you that when your kid has a nightmare you have to do this or that, but I was just there, and that was my calling in that moment at 2 a.m. was to just pick her up and give her a hug and sing with her. And there's a wonderful freedom that comes from knowing that you don't have to parent to a model, because and this is another great thing about having two kids, by the way, is that if your first kid is perfect, then your second kid will probably give you make you a bit more humble maybe in your parenting, or vice versa. You can have a disaster first time around and feel like this is the worst thing ever, how do people cope? And it's just because their kids are different to yours, and so comparison is not how God has wired us. That's not in the kingdom. You're not supposed to desire your neighbour's ox or donkey or wife or kids, so don't do that. God has placed you, he's given you a really precious gift that is constantly transforming, constantly growing, constantly revealing new things about yourself and about the world and about creation, and you are going to have just unique moments, and every moment is a treat, because this is this unique life, this unique soul, and you get a chance to interact with it. And who knows, in 2 weeks that moment will be completely gone. That whatever it was that they were really into might just have changed, and so I really encourage you to treat every second as a gift, and every phase, every craze as something really joyful and really special. Even if, that noisy bongo toy that she's into right now drives us both up the wall, that is what she has right now. That's what God has in her for right now. And who knows, maybe she'll learn something useful about rhythm through it.